Frontline Focus with Dre. Stories from the edge of the fight.
As promised, this is our next video where we're going to be talking about joining the Army in our 40s, precisely at age 41. Joining the Army is definitely possible for someone that is 41 or 42. Well, for myself, for my case, I joined the Army a few months before my 42nd birthday. The enlistment is easy, but the process will be different. Training is going to be different. Recovery time for you is going to be different. It might happen that, you kill it. But at the end of the day, you need to take care of yourself and be careful and understand also your limits. Now let's dive into the subject. Why joining the Army feels different. Joining the Army is a unique mixed challenge of pride, of fear, and also of goal oriented and also drive. But there are a lot of things that will be at your advantage. These will be your strength. And our video tonight is about this. The first thing that will actually will be a good point for you in the Army is you will stand out. You will stand out from the crowd. Standing out doesn't specifically means it's in a positive way or negative way, but let's focus on the positive side of the things. You're gonna have younger soldiers. They're gonna be like, damn, you old. You're gonna get that the whole time during the whole process. From basic training to AIT into your duty station, you're gonna have that reaction. A lot of people won't be like, damn, you old. They're gonna be saying this. At a certain point, you're gonna feel like you don't belong to the group, you don't belong to the crowd that you're gonna be exposed to, but you're gonna have no choice. You will have no choice because at the end of the day, once you join a team, if one in the team mess up, if one fall, you all fall. You can't leave no soldier behind. You can't let them do whatever they want. Not that you're gonna order them not to do whatever they want. You're gonna be part of the team. It means the punishment usually is collective. The punishment is usually for the group. So the first point, when you join our 41, you will stand out. Besides these emotions or reactions from others because of your age, you will stand out because you will represent the maturity part of the group, the maturity part of your platoon, because you already experienced life. Either you have kids or not, either you have a family or not. You know exactly what life is. So you come to the group or you come to basic training with your whole maturity level, which is gonna be a good thing for the teams because everybody's gonna look at you sometimes when there are questions or you will even have kids or young soldiers come to you and asking you questions. Even leaders sometimes they will ask you your input about what's going on, about how do you feel, about what do you think of this, or what are your inputs, which normally don't happen all the time, but you know it will happen because maturity level, and also you will stand out kind of a way where in terms of leading, because normally it's not only the rank, because normally the rank doesn't give you this, how should I say, this gift. It doesn't give you this ability to lead. You're gonna be like a natural leader for the team because you will come with all the maturity that normally your group will want. So yes, you stand out in a positive way. It might appear negative for some people because not all leaders they like to see young, so they like to see new soldiers leading better than them. This is a reality, and you have to expect this. Some soldiers will not like you because you're mature. They will not like you because you behave as a leader, even with your lowest rank. Think about this. Second point, for all the physical and fitness stuff, your body can do it. You will do it because you don't want to fail. You don't want to mess up. Because your first night at basic training will be that night where you're going to have to make up your mind and accept the new reality of this 10 weeks you're going to be spending at basic training. Therefore, your body will execute all the fitness trainings that you're going to have. But remember this, the recovery will be different for you. It's not the same thing as if you were 19 or 20 or in your 20s. It's not the same thing for them. Recovery is going to be longer for you, and your body, it will react differently to some type of exercises. So remember this, you can do it. Your body will do it. It will sustain the exercises, but the recovery time will be different. The mechanism of avoidance for injuries is going to be more on edge than you were if you was younger, because at this point mentally you will not want to fuck up. Oh, excuse my French. For those people who reach out on Instagram or send me a comment, if you're in your 40s and you want to enlist, I would suggest you start preparing early, because this is a smart thing to do. Once your body is already in the groove of all the physical routine that you're gonna have to undergo during basic training, once your body is already in this groove of a constant cardio, a constant movement, a constant action, then it's gonna be easy for you. Recovery time might be good. In injury mechanism, your body will be prepared for it. So the other point that I want to join with you is about mental stress. You will be able to handle the mental stress of basic training more differently, because you already lived a life. You already handle jobs. You already handle the stress of life. For those who had families, you already go to the family drama. You have kids, you already go to the to the family drama where children at a certain age they be acting up and all this. You're gonna have to face almost the same situation, but it's gonna be concentrated in one group, where you're gonna have to deal with different type of personalities. You're gonna have to deal with kids, with children, no, I call them kids, with soldiers that will come home from different backgrounds with different type of problems. Sometimes they will just take it on their battle buddies with fights, with threats, and also the language they're gonna be using, all this. So you will handle stress, the whole mental stress, the whole mental preparedness or reconditionment differently. Even better than the younger soldiers. Even better than the younger soldiers. Excuse me. The drill sergeant, they will try to break. The drill sergeants, they're gonna try to break you. The trainers, they will try to break you, and this is the mission. The mental conditionment is where they're trying to break you. They're trying to push you to a point where you can't handle it no more. Sometimes some soldiers they just blow up. Some soldiers they just bust out crying. Some soldiers say they don't want to train anymore, and then they get chaptered out in the army. So one of the goal of this drill sergeant is to break you, or in other terms, just to make sure that if the enemy takes you, if you're out there on a combat zone, it depends on where you at, that you will sustain, that you will keep your composure and be the soldier that you want to be. Last but not least, of what will be in your favor, you're gonna have a better sense of purpose, because you have a family. There's a reason why you joined the army. You have a goal. There's this and this you want to do. There's this and this you want to achieve in a certain time frame. That's why the decision of joining the army is something that is part of what I think. If you're planning your lifeline, you're planning a timeline for your life and the plans that you have, it will be a smart decision to make, even if it involves a lot of changes. It involves very big sense of adaptation of situation, because you're gonna have to deal with a lot of, let's say, tempers that you didn't use to deal with before, or maybe some tempers you used to deal with before, but in another setting from another certain age group of people. We all know that sometimes adults in their 40s they don't want to take orders from nobody, right? But the army has that. Some people will tell you that you get paid to get yelled at. So basically, what you have, the sense of purpose that you have, the objective, the goals that you have, the plans that you have, are the things that are supposed to keep you grounded. Your family, you will most likely stay calm if a drill sergeant yells at you. Like for my case, my first day of basic training, I went to Fort Jackson. I remember that drill sergeant was yelling at me, and I smiled. Well, I wasn't supposed to smile, But he really got mad. He said, Andre, why you laughing at me? You laughing? You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny? That's how it's been. So it's basically like he was, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. But all this is intimidation. All you gotta do is put that in mind that it's part of the process. You go into school, and the school, what the school is gonna teach you, what these teachers who are the drill sergeant, they're gonna teach you is how to be a soldier. In other words, physical and mental conditionment. So be ready. Once you pass the AVS, you get the ASVAB score that you're supposed to have. Once you pass the MEPS clearance, and also you determine the job options that you have, because there's over 200 jobs in the Army. A lot of people think that you join the Army is like, all you gotta do is just play soldiers. You're just gonna be People say that you're gonna be killing people. All you gotta do is army stuff. No, the army is a different community. The army is like a community within a community. It's like a country within a country. It's like countries or communities within the communities. So the same way you see in the civilian world, you got different jobs that give you a pay, a salary, and all these things. The army offers you the same thing. So you're gonna have a specialty in the army. They call it MOS. It's military occupational specialty. You're gonna have a job in the army. You're gonna have a salary plus the benefits, just like you're in the civilian world. The only thing is, it's a different setting. So now you're ready to sign your contract. You're going to take the oath. And once you sign the contract, you are officially in the Army. This is the step 5 of the enlistment process. After this step, then it's going to be the ship out. When they're going to ship you out, that's when you're going to go to basic training. Sometimes it's 10 weeks, sometimes it's 12 weeks. It depends on your situation. And then also after basic training, they're gonna send you right to AIT, which is actually the school level of the whole process. It's like the school level in the military. It's not basic combat training, which is the basic training is totally different because they teach you the combat stuff there, right? And once you go to AIT, this is going to have to do with the job that you chose because this is going to be school teaching you how to do your job in the Army. And the time, the duration of the courses, they vary. It depends on the MOS that you chose. It depends. Some of them they last 20 weeks. Some of them 10 weeks. Some of them 12 weeks. It depends on what MOS you choose. If you go online, if you check on any army site, you should find the all the type of MOSs that they have. Myself, when I joined the army at 41, I joined as an active duty. I joined for active duty military, and then I successfully passed basic training. I successfully passed AIT as a 92 Foxtrot. That's the job I found at the time. This is basically a petroleum supply specialist. So what we do, basically we work with all type of helicopters, all type of aircraft, all type of ground vehicle. That's what we do. Our job is supporting the mission. Our job is support victory. Sometimes they call us the lifeline of victory. It depends. They have different, you're gonna hear different type of slogan for whatever base you go, AIT, whatever company, you're gonna hear different things. But basically our job is to support the victory. For the people who want to join the army, the first thing to do, I'm gonna give you the process exactly to join at 41. The steps they kind of the same of other enlistment, but there's what it looks like with your age in mind, right? It depends. So the first thing to do, this is applicable for everybody watching this video. The first thing you want to do once you're thinking of joining the army is talk to a recruiter. Either you go on Google, look for the nearest uh, recruiting station in your area. There's Army, there's Air Force. It depends on where you want to go because you have the choice. Call them, tell them that you wanna enlist in or anything, or just go to the office. Just go to that recruiting station and then tell them that you wanna join the army, right? And depending on your age, they're gonna tell you what you need. Um, any medical report that you have, if you had any surgeries or anything in the past, they're gonna need to know all this. You're gonna need to know social security. If you have a green card, they will recruit you as a green card holder. But later on, when you join right before basic training, you're gonna get naturalized. So you're gonna be an American citizen even before you leave basic training. Other things is the second one, you're gonna have to take the ASVAB. The ASVAB is a test that you're supposed to take, and the ASVAB is what's gonna rank you up um, and will be favorable for you in the choice of your MOS. MOS is the military occupation and specialty. This is the job that you want to do in the army. It varies, depends on the ASVAB results that you have. So the ASVAB is mostly a mix of what you learn in high school. It will be math. It will be reading and comprehension. It will also be logic, and it's all this like how you think. And usually I remember the army, the lowest was 31, if I'm not mistaken. But don't think about doing the bare minimum. For the ASVAB, I know people they go to school for the ASVAB, they take courses online for the ASVAB, but it's nothing to stress out for. There's the book that they sell. If you go online, you look for ASVAB for dummies, or if you go online, you look for ASVAB for dummies. There are exercises, there are simulation of ASVAB online for you, so you know at least have an idea of what they're gonna ask you in ASVAB. If you go to Quizlet, you should find the question that they ask in the ASVAB on Quizlet.com. So use your computer, use your internet, not scrolling only over TikTok, not listening to people coming on TikTok telling you that they're gonna put you in a class, they're gonna give you a class-wide VAB, making you pay money to make you pass as VAB, and at the end you just get the bare minimum, or you don't even pass as VAB. You can prepare yourself. You can prepare yourself. You can prepare yourself for the ASVAB and pass. So now just get ready. If you're 40 years old and you want to join at 41, get ready. If you're 41 and you want to join at 41, you just got to get ready. Start working on it. And after the ASVAB, which is gonna determine the job that you're gonna choose, you're gonna have to complete a medical and a background screening at MEPS. Um, the background and medical screening implies you're gonna take a full physical. Um, you're gonna have a complete medical history. You're gonna undergo hearing, vision, mobility test, and also a complete background check. I think the background check they usually send you to some places. When I did mine, I was in New York. They sent me to a specific place in New York where they do background check. So I had to go. They did the background check. I had to do fingerprint and all this. So be ready for all the process. It's a long process, but once you determined and you know what you want to do, if you're sure of what you want to do, just go for it and knock it out. So I just shared with you the basic about joining the army. We didn't really go in details, but we probably will on the next conversation that we're gonna have. But remember, at 41, there's a lot of strength that you have. There's a lot of things you have that plays in your favor. Your wisdom, your maturity, your experience in life. All this will contribute to the success of your group, not only yourself, but the success of your group. When you join basic training, make sure you stay grounded. Remember why you in. Always remember why you in. And at the end of the day, there's one advice I always give to my battle buddies. Go to school. Use the school. Use the educational benefits that the Army offers you. Because besides AIT, there's funds available for college. Like myself, I just got a bachelor's degree. I'm supposed to graduate soon. If you want to do your master's degree, if you don't get a PhD, the Army offers you the money, they offers you the funds for this. Use these benefits. Okay? I guess that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment. I'm just trying to inform you according to my experience. I'm not just listening to what people say, watch videos, or just do Google search to share this information with you. These are things that I actually went through. And if you're in the age 40, when you're in the 40s, you join the military, I would like you to succeed. I would like you to get at a certain point where your goals are met, or your specific your goals, your should I say, all your objectives are ticked out, and you know that you build something, right? All right, this is your friend specialist Dre, Aircav. Thank you for watching the video. Till next time.
Frontline Focus with Dre. Stories from the edge of the fight.